Hello, public speaking. This is Major Johnson, and this is my audience for today, including my brother and my special guest, my dog Romeo. Let's begin. Good evening, everybody. Today I've come in front of you all to talk about NAMI New Mexico, or the National Alliance on Mental Illness. Let's begin. To start, I would like to ask you guys a question. What might this number mean to you? 1 in 5 adults in the United States. To me, and for this organization's purpose, this means one thing. 1 in 5 adults in the United States experience mental illness each year. That's a crazy statistic. In any room with 5 people, one person might be struggling from a mental illness. To continue, I would like to segue into NAMI, the National Alliance on Mental Health. Now you may be asking, what is mental illness? Mental illness covers a wide range of mental health conditions that affect a person's mood, thinking, emotions, or behavior. With this, you guys may be asking, what are some mental illnesses that we may know? These include depression, anxiety, post-traumatic stress disorder, or schizophrenia. All of these are mental illnesses that come with a wide variety of symptoms. Now these symptoms include persistent sadness or feelings of hopelessness, extreme mood swings, withdrawal, be that from your social life or the activities that you enjoy, such as riding a bike, reading a book, or going out on walks. And finally, suicidal thoughts. Now this is a terrifying stat because that includes the idea that people do think about harming themselves or even ending their lives. With that segue, I would like to talk about this. This is a graph made on mental health in New Mexico alone by NAMI. To begin, we started with this. 1 in 5 U.S. adults experience mental illness each year. But to build off of that, 1 in 20 United States adults experience mental illness each year. Within New Mexico alone, 71,000 adults have a serious mental illness. With that, I would like to segue into our next. 300,000 adults in New Mexico have a mental health condition, which is crazy to think because Santa Fe has a population of 85,000, and that is 3 times the population of Santa Fe. And finally, the saddest stat of tonight, 536 lives in New Mexico were lost to suicide. One life, I believe, is too many. So how many is 536? Now you may be asking, what is the National Alliance of Mental Illness? NAMI is the United States' largest mental health organization, being a grassroots, founded in 1979, Madison, Wisconsin, by families for those affected by people affected by mental illness. This provides advocacy, education, support, and public awareness so that individuals and families affected by mental illness can build better lives. Now you may be asking, what is NAMI's impact on the nation? NAMI's impact includes providing educational resources on mental illness, improves the mental health policies around the nation, increasing funding for services, amassing a whopping $41.7 million in revenue in 2023 alone, and offers support groups and helplines for those affected by mental illness. Today, I've shown you 3 things. I've given you the definition of mental health and mental illness. I've shown you what NAMI has done for those in New Mexico, and I have also given you some history and background on the organization itself. I hope that you guys have taken this away. And to finalize, I would like to give you this quotation by Clary Miller, the New Mexico Department of Health's lead suicide prevention coordinator, who said, New Mexico's suicide death rate decreased by 9% in 2023, which is great to hear, because instead of that 536 in 2021, this may be around something 500. That's 36 lives that have been saved. And that is most likely to the help, not completely, but to the help of NAMI, the National Alliance on Mental Illness. So today, I thank you guys for listening, and I hope that I gave you guys a little bit of introduction to NAMI, this incredible organization that will continue to help people. This concludes my presentation. Thank you.